Clara hadn't intended to visit the carnival alone, but the promise of adventure outweighed her apprehensions. As dusk settled over the grounds, the flickering lights blurred into a haunting spectacle. The air crackled with an electric tension, whispers of delight intermingling with an undercurrent of dread. She wandered through the attractions, laughter echoing unnaturally, fading in and out, swallowed by the night. She approached the House of Mirrors, its glass surfaces glimmering menacingly. The entrance loomed, dark and inviting, drawing her in like a moth to a flame. Inside, the air was thick and stale, reflecting the shadows of flickering bulbs overhead, which cast long, distorted shapes that seemed to dance with malevolence. Clara stepped cautiously, her heart racing with every echo of her sneakers against the cracked tiles. As she navigated the maze of mirrors, her reflection twisted into grotesque forms. Familiar faces morphed into twisted versions of her own, taunting her with silent laughter. She felt an unsettling pull, as if the reflections were beckoning her deeper into the labyrinth. With each turn, the corridor seemed to morph, doors shifting behind her, trapping her in a spiraling descent of panic. Clara called out, but her voice was swallowed, drowned by the cacophony of whispers. "Help!" she shouted, but the sound warped, bending back to her like sinister echoes. As she turned, her own reflection held a smirk, something wicked simmering just beneath the surface. Each fragmented mirror revealed glimpses of her fears, shadows of childhood terrors, secret regrets, and whispered accusations she never voiced. With every frantic step, the mirrors closed in, their edges sharp and unforgiving, reflecting not just her image but what lay hidden in the core of her being. Memories flickered like dying embers, revealing long-buried truths that clawed at her sanity. She stumbled, her pulse racing, and felt the oppressive weight of unseen eyes watching, a choir of hidden horrors lurking just out of sight. Suddenly, the whispers coalesced into a single chant, rising up around her. "Join us, Clara!" The mirrors rippled, and in an instant she was surrounded by shadowy figures, faceless things pressing from all sides, urging her to surrender. The exit had vanished. There was only darkness, an inescapable void pulling her inward. In one last desperate act, Clara took a breath, willing herself to see beyond the reflections, to unravel the web of deceit. She locked eyes with her own reflection, which now wore a pleading expression. "Help me!" it cried silently. But then, the reflection smiled wider than any human could, breaking the glass in a shiver of sound. Clara staggered back, but the glass didn't shatter. Instead, her own image stepped out, smirking with a malevolence that twisted her soul. She felt her heart plunge into the shadows of the carnival, and the last thing she heard was the joyous laughter of the crowd outside. Unaware that Clara had become another shadow lost within the House of Mirrors, the carnival continued, alive with vibrant displays, as her reflection smiled back, now free to roam, forever haunting the confines of that wretched place.